Good morning, listeners, and welcome to the Trade Talk podcast. This is Shrikant Chouhan from Kotak Securities, and today we will discuss about the broader trend of the market. In the previous week, when the market was closing above the mark of 16,000, we were of the view that now, after closing on a weekly basis above 16,000, we can see the levels of 16,400 or 450 on the minimum side, and today we are going to see those levels. So after opening close to 16,450 levels, as Singapore Nifty is trading nearly 140, 130 points higher, we are going to see those levels. So after opening to those levels, we need to be careful while taking any long positions in the market. Let the market spend some time close to these levels, or if there is any correction during the day close to 16,300 or 275 levels, then there we need to be active to take some contra bet in the market. On the higher side, 16,450 would act as major resistance, and on a closing basis, if we see the market is above these levels, then the next levels to watch out for will be 16,650. Today we are expecting support from the Bank Nifty, which closed above the mark of 35,550. So it will take the Bank Nifty to the levels of 36,000 on the minimum side and maybe 36,200, 250 on the maximum side. Nifty IT index also indicating us that we are going to see furthermore momentum in the IT index. So we may see some profit taking in financials after opening higher, and some specific sector specific buying or stock specific buying in IT companies. So we need to focus on Nifty IT index, auto index also. Few financials can do really well. That's the overall setup of the market. On the downside, as we mentioned, 16,300 to 75 would act as major support during the day, but if we see the market is dropping further to the levels of 16,240, then there certainly the market is having very good support, and from there we are expecting market to rebound. In case if we see the market is closing below the mark of 16,240, then we can expect further more weakness. Otherwise, we are of the view that markets are heading for the next levels of 16,600. As we mentioned, we need to focus on Nifty IT index as well as auto, especially Tata Motors, Mahindra and Mahindra, Ashok Leyland. They are going to do well. And from the IT index, we need to focus on index giants like Infosys as well as TCS. Tech Mahindra, HCL Tech should do well, but we need to see that whether the index is sustaining at higher levels or not. From the global markets, we saw spectacular rally in US markets. On that also we discussed in our previous discussion that they are forming some higher bottom sort of formation, and after yesterday's sharp recovery in all the indices, we are of the view that now even US markets are also stabilizing, and there we are expecting further more activity. But yes, it's a result season, and we need to see that how actually this particular result season gets span out. So on that the overall activity will depend, and certainly US markets are going to remain highly volatile. So we need to face some dramatic openings for our markets, but for Indian markets, domestic flows are quite positive, and that's the reason we are seeing market to follow its prevailing trend. Crude was around 106.5, which is little bit concerning, but dollar index which was around 108 is now quoting below the mark of 107. We need dollar index to trade below the levels of 104, which will certainly help to the entire emerging market. So 104 is the crucial level. Below that only we can say that okay, now the dollar index is cooling off from the highs. Otherwise it is going to consolidate between this erratic levels of 108 and 104. Friends, that's all from my side for the day. With this, I am ending today's morning podcast. Thank you very much for listening me, and have a great day to all of you.